After months of waiting and unforeseen delays, the long-awaited fourth season of Top Boy was finally given a confirmed release date. The first episode came out on 18th March, last Friday, but it wasn't nearly enough for fans who desperately needed their questions answered after the intense cliffhanger on which Season 3 ended. First, we have Drake's involvement with Season 4. Everyone's favorite rapper and Top Boy Season 3 executive producer, Drake, aka Champagne Pappy, is of course just as hyped as everyone else for the return of the much-anticipated fiction crime series. The Canadian star might have had little connection to East London growing up, but he played a pretty big part in bringing the series back. Drake took to his social media and posted what appeared to be a picture of the Season 4 script with the caption, "We back," to which Top Boy co-star Michael Ward replied, "Bro, we about to go crazy this season, man." This made fans wonder if the world-famous rapper would make a cameo in the upcoming season, but to be honest, it doesn't seem very likely. However, Drake's Instagram post from February did help viewers of the show theorize what might be waiting for them in Season 4. The name of the first episode, Killing No Murder, written on the script's front page, was a pretty big clue. So, will Tilly come back? Fans have been wondering about the future of Razan Nassar's character Tilly in the show's next season, since the last they saw of her was in a hospital after she got caught in the crossfire of a gang altercation. When Jamie goes to visit Tilly in the hospital, he is confronted by her father, who demands that Jamie sees the damage he has caused. Although in that very scene it was confirmed by Tilly's father that her injuries have led to brain damage, fans still question whether her character will make a return. Everyone seems to have mixed feelings about whether or not Tilly should make a comeback next season. Some fans argue that her character didn't add much to the storyline to begin with, and some producer might have just thrown her in at the start of the season to create a build-up for the dad's gun-violent speech that he gave Jamie. Frankly, we might agree, since it appeared that the dynamic between Tilly and Jamie wasn't developed enough to make it seem deeper or of much significance. On the other hand, some fans have pointed out opportunities that might arise in the upcoming season for Tilly's character to make an explosive return if Jamie attempts to make amends for the damage he has done. Up next, Driss's death. Another character who seems to have an unexplained future in the next season is Driss Walsh, played by Sean Romulus. After his betrayal to Summer House, an estate in Hackney, London, where drug dealers, gang lords, and wannabe thugs reside, and to his best friend, Sully takes Driss to the rooftop of the estate in order to confront him. The scene ends with the sound of a gunshot as the camera zooms into London's skyline. While to some, this might seem to be the end of this character, others have a plethora of theories to share. Fans believe that the producers, giving us no concrete proof of Driss's death, might mean he is still alive. The fact that he isn't physically seen dead makes a lot of us wonder if he was spared by Sully. The only other witness that there could have been was Jacques, but she was told to leave, and add to that the reluctance with which Jacques seemed to be having shot Driss, it really does seem very plausible that one of these theories might be correct. There's also a second theory fans have made. At the very end of episode 10, a police board is shown which connects each gang member to Duchesne, along with a photo of Driss with "missing" written on it. Fans say Sully might have spared his life and given Driss money to leave and raise his daughter somewhere else. Whichever it is, we trust the producers to make the right choice, like they have been since 2011, to successfully keep the show's viewers hooked. And what happened to Rennell? Young Rennell Smith's character, played by Malcolm Calouette, was a school student who lived with his mother Lisa Smith in Summer House. In later episodes, when she's in the hospital, he has Leon looking out for him. Even though Rennell is the main protagonist and a central character for the plot, along with Duchesne Hill through Season 1 and 2, he disappears from the rest of the show with little to no closure offered to the viewers. The last we saw of Rennell was in Season 2 with his mother. The two were shown outside Lisa's salon, closing up for the day, after which they walked off. There was no cliffhanger or plot twist to suggest any other developments the producers might have planned. Can you blame us for going a little crazy over such an unresolved ending for a character as important as Rennell's? It's hard to believe the show's producers would just leave that storyline as it is. If they have anything planned, they haven't made it easy to tell, so naturally, fans have taken upon themselves to come up with yet another theory. Viewers speculated that Modi, played by Dave in Season 3 of Top Boy, is in fact Rennell grown up. This might actually be very likely, given the fact that Modi's character has a pretty prominent resemblance to Rennell, and there's also his rivalry with Sully in prison. If this really goes in the direction fans have been thinking it will, then we have a lot more to look forward to in Season 4 with this new plot point. Next, Duchesne and Sully's partnership. Top Boy's Duchesne and Sully have been shown to have a slightly volatile relationship throughout the show, where the former seems to have a slightly more skewed moral compass than the latter. The two characters, more often than not, seem to have exclusively cantankerous exchanges, where Sully appears to be more morally sound. At the end of the series, Duchesne and Sully's already delicate partnership seems to be teetering on knife's edge when the two have a confrontation about Duchesne's methods to achieve what he wants, among which was framing Jamie. It has been repeatedly shown throughout the show that Duchesne doesn't appear to have much regards for Sully's unwritten rules, which he uses as a moral compass to guide him through their world of crime and violence. And if Duchesne continues to push boundaries like this, it just might end up with the two friends turning into enemies. Will Jamie join Summer House? Towards the end of Season 3, it appeared that Duchesne had become top boy in East London once again. His character has been shown throughout the series to achieve his goals through any means possible, which includes visiting his enemy Jamie in prison to offer an alliance through which the two could work together to become the biggest suppliers in all of London. Duchesne admits to Jamie that he had the right idea all along. Whether this is an act to persuade him or if it comes from a place of honesty, we can't tell, but Jamie seems to be appeased by this exchange. To really convince him, Duchesne offers to help Jamie get out of prison for a crime he was framed for by sacrificing Atticus, who, in the footage Duchesne obtained, shows the green backpack belonged to him and not Jamie. Viewers are left unsure how to feel about the situation, given that these characters' circumstances in the next season might not have a good ending. Will Atticus take the fall to get Jamie out of jail? Is Jamie and Duchesne's alliance really going to work out? The questions just won't end. Up next, Duchesne and the undercover feds. Last, but definitely not least, the cliffhanger that had every fan who was watching Top Boy on the edge of their seat. Creators served the audience with possibly the biggest twist of the series towards the end of Season 3, where drug addicts Lee and Sarah are revealed to be undercover feds who have it out for Duchesne. At the very end of Season 3, the pair are shown standing in front of a whiteboard with their counterparts. Duchesne Hill's face displayed and labeled in front of them as Top Boy on Summer House Estate. Viewers are unsure how much progress they've made on their investigation, but it has been confirmed that they've identified Duchesne as the big man behind everything. As always, perceptive fans identified clues throughout the season, which, if anyone would have taken the time to observe, could have led them to the realization that Sarah and Lee weren't just nitties. In episode 9, Sarah spits cider out of her mouth, aware that she may blow her cover, and asks Lee if everything looks alright. She also empties half of the bottle into the street. When Lee gets hit by the bald white man, he says he's sick of this shit. Now we know he's talking about the job, not his actual life circumstances. The pair's exposure of a market owner that was fed early on was also an interesting detail, which pointed at them being more than just desperate junkies. That's a wrap for this video. Which one of these plots are you excited to see play out in Season 4? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.